Hey, it's Sarabeth Emet again. It's later in the night. I've been singing a whole lot of songs, and not with every song, but every so often I think to myself, "Oh, this is a good song. I sang it well. It would be good for people to hear." And then I thought, "No, just keep it for myself, or maybe another time, or something like this." And then I was singing and singing, and I thought, yeah, I've got a song. I think I've got a song. I was singing it a number of days in the psychiatric hospital where they interned me, and it was the right prayer. And I was thinking to myself, it's a good prayer for people who haven't found God or who may be ambivalent, or it's a good prayer for people who, don't know that God is there, because you can find God through this song. And the song is Cats in the Cradle. We can sing this. I'll sing it for you now. I've recommended it before, and I thought, I think I'll remember all the words, and if I don't, sing them for me, sing them with me. We know this song. The point is, we know this song, Cats in the Cradle. We've been singing it for so many years, and it's telling us that we exist. It's telling us that God exists. It's telling us that we are here and that we can sing. My child arrived just the other day. He came to the world in the usual way. There were planes to catch and bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away, and he was talking 'fore I knew it. And as he grew, he said, "I'm gonna be like you. You know I'm gonna be like you." Well, the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. My son turned 10 just the other day. He said, "Thanks for the ball, Dad, come on, let's play. Can you teach me to throw?" I said, "Not today, got a lot to do." He said, "That's okay," and he walked away, and his smile never dimmed. It said, "I'm gonna be like him. You know I'm gonna be like him." Well, the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, child. You know we'll have a good time then. Ba, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Well, he came from college just the other day, so much like a man, I just had to say. So much like a man, I just had to say, "Son, I'm proud of you. Can you sit for a while?" He shook his head and he said with a smile, "What I'd really like, Dad, is to borrow the car keys. See you later, can I have them, please?" And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad. You know I'll have a good time then. I've long since retired, my son moved away. I called him up just the other day. I said, "I'd like to see you if you don't mind." He said, "I'd love to, Dad, if I could find the time." You see, the new job's a hassle and the kids got the flu, but it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. It's been sure nice talking to you. And as I hung up the phone, it occurred to me, he'd grown up just like me. My boy was just like me. Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. Well, the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You say we'll have a good time then. Let's sing it for God all together. Well, the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, God, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. We're gonna have a good time then. And they'll always say, I sang for my father. Much love. Be well. Find the song. Sing along.